Let's begin with a drum set. Listen for an explosive live sound. The snare should be crisp and the cymbals should ring.
I admire you when my living has a limit of desire to keep it going. I'm just knowing that my time with you makes a difference. How I'm feeling when I vibe with you. They can't divide us two. We got a bond like 007, right? Even on Devil's Night, you show me what the heavens like. Go ahead and spread your light, though I can barely see. I know you're there with me, my personal therapy. Some days I wish I was more like you. Your certainty, your attitude. Keep doing what you're doing, I ain't mad at you. I'm just wishing that I had that too. Some days I wish I was more like you. Your certainty, your attitude. Keep doing what you're doing, I ain't mad at you. Just to know you, I'm glad I do. I want you to view yourself the way you see me. When you're feeling alone, I'll be a sanctuary, yeah. I want you to view yourself the way you see me. When you're feeling alone, I'll be a sanctuary. You inspire me, look at you crazy when you tell me you admire me. Not an example for anybody to try to be. We'll call you bluff, but I know you wouldn't lie to me. Just a surprise to me, we got a bond tight, no one can come between. I have respect for you, you have your love for me, and that's enough for me. All I need to get by, let me be the method to your Mary J. Blige. So many times I felt defeated, you always know the right thing to say for when I need it. I wanna do the same thing for you to keep it even. You can call me anytime, you don't ever need a reason. I'm right here with you, never could forget you. All the things that we've been through, everything we went through, hey, none of it was simple, but I'm right here with you. Some days I wish I was more like you. Your certainty, your attitude. Keep doing what you're doing, I ain't mad at you. I'm just wishing that I had that too. Some days I wish I was more like you. Your certainty, your attitude. Keep doing what you're doing, I ain't mad at you. Just to know you, I'm glad I do. I want you to view yourself the way you see me. When you're feeling alone, I'll be a sanctuary, yeah. I want you to view yourself the way you see me. When you're feeling alone, I'll be a sanctuary.
Rise and shine. Pour yourself a cup of coffee and tune in to Good Morning Aurora. News, weather, and really cool interviews. Monday through Friday from 8 to 9 a.m.
Come out one day. This is going great already. Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. The time is 8 o'clock a.m. You are listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. It is Friday. We made it to the end of the week. There's a lot going on this weekend, too. We've got two great guests here, and we're going to talk about a lot of things. We're going to talk about the Super Friends scrimmage and info night. And I thought, I'm known as Mr. C. That's what they call me doing the news, and I'm thankful for the friends who gave me that nickname. But my nickname is nowhere near as cool as the nicknames of my guests, Metal Mama and CryBaby Crier of Aurora 88's. How you ladies doing?
We're doing awesome.
All right, all
Happy
right.
to be here.
Glad to have you guys on the show. So we're gonna learn all about what you do in your organization. I think that's well, as I was telling you guys, I've seen you at a lot of parades, a lot of skating going by and watching you, but I was not aware the history behind the organization. So, CryBaby Crier and Metal Mama. Let's start with the names. Where do the names come from?
Oh man, it's like one of the hardest things about Derby is picking your name, I guess. Sometimes it's given to you.
Okay.
But mostly you make it up. What's your story?
Yeah, I think you have to sit on it for a little while.
Yeah.
And oftentimes when we see new skaters come in, they pick a name and then they change it or they go back and forth. Names are given oftentimes when skaters don't pick a name. So then we'll just pick something.
And we'll pick part of their name. And that's kind
and
of what
if
we
it
call
sticks,
them.
great. And that's what we call them. Yeah.
Like everyone calls me Mama. Everyone calls her Crier.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have a name. We like it to fit on the jersey in one line, but if it doesn't, it's okay.
Okay.
We'll just put it on a second, like our friend Kiss with a Fist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kiss
that's
with a fist. That's
right.
2 lines. It's fine. But then we shorten it like Mama, Kiss, Crier.
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, my last name is Crier.
Right.
So and I've been teased in school like since I started going, kindergarten. The one boy in kindergarten would call me CryBaby and chase me, and then I'd fall and cry. So CryBaby Crier was just kind of a natural
just owning it and
fit.
flipping it.
Yep. And then Crier is my last name, and that's pretty much what all my friends call me. Even my husband calls me Crier and not my first name.
Oh.
So
So he's shout out to the husband.
Shout out to the husband.
Well, he's also a Derby.
He's a Derby guy, yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, but
So I noticed you ladies use the term Derby. Explain that. Explain because. And I'm on the outside looking in with it, so I've just been calling it roller skating. But I respect what you do. What is roller derby? What's the difference?
Roller derby is a competitive sport on skates.
Aha, okay.
So, yeah.
All right, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. See, I've always just been thinking it was just playtime and having fun.
Oh, no.
well,
Not
we
a
do that
competitive
too.
sport.
Well, it is,
Yeah.
yeah.
How long have you been involved with it?
I think around 2015 or so is when I started skating and tried out for the team. And then this is probably my 7th season as a team member. So,
Okay.
yeah.
What was trying out for the team like? What's a tryout like for skating?
Well, it's
like
changed a little.
putting them
it's
on.
Evolved a little, but I mean, basically, yeah, it was. You showed up, you showed what kind of skills you could do, and we decided whether you could join as basically we call them sidekicks now. They're kind of like our new skaters,
Right.
So, yeah, based on your skill level, it's. You come in, do your thing, and then we work with you. And
Okay, so a sidekick is like the first beginner level.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's people who can't skate, but I'm getting the sense that like they could be with a sidekick.
Yeah.
To a person who can and start and learn. Is that
Yeah. A lot of people who come to roller derby haven't skated since they were a kid. So they might have some like limited skills, but
Right.
for the most part, they're, learning, especially when it comes to all the skills that you would use in the sport. They don't know a lot of that. So,
So I see here that Info Night and Super Friends Scrimmage, ladies and gentlemen, will be Sunday, September 18th at 8 p.m. at the Aurora Skate Center, 34 West 113 Montgomery Road here in Aurora. Learn what it takes to be an 88 and watch a roller derby scrimmage. What's a scrimmage? What is a scrimmage?
So a scrimmage is a game, essentially, or some people call them bouts. If they're more at an official level, we're going to call them games or bouts. And typically it's against another team that will come, or we will go there and play. But a scrimmage is a little bit more informal. We may mix up the teams. We may invite other players from other teams to come. We'll mix it up. Another term you might hear is mixer or scrimmage.
Okay.
It's a little bit more casual. It's an opportunity for newer skaters, newer players to flex and get comfortable in game scenarios.
Okay.
Yeah. So one thing I wanted to mention about the info night is a lot of our fans and friends have been asking us, when can we come see you play? Because we haven't had any games or any visitor opportunities since before COVID.
Yep.
And even our scrimmage nights, our we scrimmage once a month, have been closed to everyone, to spectators.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is the first opportunity for people from the outside to come and watch us. But it's under the framework of come and volunteer with us.
Right.
Come and, hey, you don't have to hit or get hit to be a part of the 88's roller derby team. You can referee on skates. That's awfully fun. Nobody's hitting you and you get to blow a whistle and point and send people to the box. That's pretty fun. You can be a non-skating official where you're still maybe blowing whistles or keeping score. Or other opportunities. And so we wanted to open up our home to the community to come and check us out. It's been a couple of years since we've seen everyone. And while you're there, please consider getting more info and checking us out in any capacity that you might like.
I think that's very cool. And this is the flyer that we were sharing with folks too. New skaters, referees, and non-skating officials. Like you mentioned, I see here women's flat track.
Yes.
Okay, what is that?
So women's
flat
track roller derby, or WIFTDA is the
WIFTDA?
Yeah, we call it WIFTDA.
It's the
I like
acronym.
that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Where's my pen at?
WFTDA.
I'm writing that down.
It's WFTDA.
WFTDA. Yeah.
WFTDA.
Women's Flat
WFTDA.
Track Roller Derby Association.
WIFTDA.
WFTDA. Women's Flat Track Derby Association.
Derby, there you go.
I
Derby.
will never forget that. Never forget that. WIFTDA. Okay, so that's what it is.
Yeah.
And forgive me if this is a novice question as well. Rollerblading rollerblades not allowed.
No.
Not allowed.
We skate on quad skates, so that's 4 wheels next to each other.
Right. Right. Now that's the flavor, the style, that's the history.
Yes.
I'm sensing a classic environment of skating.
Yes.
Would that be accurate?
Yeah,
Okay.
say that.
All right. I really like that. So let's get into the history. How did this begin? It was a dark and stormy night.
So
Like all good stories.
yeah.
Like all good
Basically,
stories.
It originated in the 20s as kind of a like roller skate racing. So people would come and race each other. And then in the 30s, it evolved into more of learning how to like hit each other and do these like really cool moves. And so then that was kind of like the original roots of roller derby.
And it started in Chicago.
Yeah.
And it is the only sport that was originated from Chicago. And so it was invented by Leo Seltzer, and in the like Mama said, in the 30s we had a bank track, and that is the foundation of roller derby, starting on a bank track. So you may have seen old footage, or when we'd go to my grandma's, it was the only time you could eat dinner in the living room is when roller derby was on, when they would have the bank track and they were doing all of these moves that you were like, what? How are they grabbing their hair and throwing them over the rail and all? We don't do any of that anymore.
Okay.
We've evolved.
Anymore.
Yes.
Right. I never lived in that era, but despite
it kind of went through like in the 80s and 90s. It was more of a what is the Gladiators, like the
American Gladiators. Oh, I loved that show.
American Gladiators on roller skates.
Right.
And there were alligator pits and people would get thrown over into a pit, and it's all calculated. It's like wrestling kind of a thing.
It's like when you watch it now, you can see it.
Yeah,
like,
it's like a big soap opera.
Yeah,
and so that was kind of the 80s, and then in the 90s it started maybe to change a bit. If anyone's seen Whip It, that's like one of our favorite, movies. It was still bank track, and kind of like the foundation, and then
I think that started the resurgence
exactly,
and the reappearance. I think that was in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Right. And we have some foundational members that are still around from back then. Texas Roller Derby is one of the founders from back in when roller derby as we know
2004, 5-ish,
something
I think
like
is when
that.
it started to come together as an organized sport.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Windy City Rollers pretty soon after that.
So what is the how do you feel when you're when you're derbying and on skates? Is that a word, derbying?
You can do it.
Yeah.
If we can do WIFTA, we can do whatever we want.
We can do whatever we want.
How do you feel when you're?
For me,
yes.
It's like,
how do you feel?
It's the best therapy in the world. It's 2 hours twice a week where I don't think about anything else other than what I'm doing in the moment, and that's probably the best feeling for me.
Right. How about you?
That's actually how we ended practice last week. Remember,
Yeah,
I looked at you and I'm like, that was such a nice 2 hour.
Yep.
I don't think about anything.
Yep.
For me on skates, generally, I feel like I'm 10 years old again. I don't have a care in the world. My mom just told me to go out, go play for 2 hours and don't
Right.
come back,
Right.
for 2 hours. And I can just be like, it's like a big wee, the commercial where the pigs hanging the head out the window and they're holding a sparkler and they're like, wee.
Yeah.
That's me on roller skates.
Yeah.
I love it. It's such a freedom feeling. It's also a feeling of nostalgia for me from back when I was a kid. And my aunt would take me and my cousin to the roller rink, and had our birthday parties there.
Oh my God.
And she made our skating outfits and our things, and so there's that. And people come to roller derby I would say they fall into two main buckets.
Okay.
They come for the love of the contact sport,
Right.
which is pretty great.
Action.
Yeah.
And everything.
Yeah,
Right.
and you're padded up and everything. So they come not really to skate, but skating you happen to be on wheels, but they come for the contact part of it, which is pretty great. And I don't want to say fulfilling, but it's very, very good. Very, very nice.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is. And it looks much rougher than it actually feels when you're hitting and giving hits. But anyway, then people come to roller derby because they get to skate. And I think that I came to roller derby for a new opportunity to skate, and then I found that I loved the contact part of it too. But I love the whole art of roller skating.
I've been impressed with it because to the memory that you were sharing, the roller rink used to be it in many ways it was kind of like the public library. I mean, it was the place to do other cool, fun things.
Right.
All the kids and your friends are there. You got you got the big cake, the big pizza.
Yeah.
You skate.
Video games.
You skate, get tired, you come get a slice and go back.
Yep.
I think what it also represents that I like is that there used to be a time when people were having fun on skates, and that was the definition of fun. It was, you didn't have to go out and have a drink to have a good time and all that kind of stuff. It's interesting that an activity like that can be so well known and respected and timeless. People skate all around the world.
Oh yeah,
kind of thing.
Yeah, me too.
I am interested though. I want to circle back around to what you mentioned about not being able to get together because of the pandemic. This is not the kind of thing that could be virtual. All the fun is kind of lost if you're watching this kind of thing. But your presence is still kind of felt if you are. Did you guys do anything online or anything? Or was there any even meetings to talk about planning?
We had meetings. We didn't have a whole lot to talk about. The association that we're a part of, had a very structured plan for coming back to play. So we had to have someone on our board who was watching the numbers and keeping, an eye on all of that. And then so we would get together and talk about what we could do. And some of us, especially when it was, warm out, we would get together all the time and have outside workouts or outdoor skates and whatever we could do to get together and, be physical and also just be a community. 'Cause
Right. Did you guys ever put the pads on without skates and just run into each other and just?
We have. I mean, it's not
Metal
so much
Mama.
running.
Ah!
Yeah. Wait, there's a way to learn derby rules off skates where you're all geared up and everything, and
Okay.
but yeah, it's.
But during COVID, when you play roller derby, you're right in each other's
Right.
face,
Yeah.
Right.
and we're full contact and skin to skin, and so skating outside was great. And we would even when the numbers would allow, because we did follow that return to play protocol. It was very easy to follow in that. We would sometimes meet masked and skate masked and just do skating drills instead of doing contact.
Right.
And then we would try to space ourselves, 6 to 8 feet from each other, and
Right.
pace lines and lateral footwork and stuff like that. And then the numbers might spike, and then we would say, okay, we have to take a break until the numbers go back down again. And we hung in there.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah,
I'm glad.
me too.
And here we are.
Here we are.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning to all of you great people out there. We're with Metal Mama and CryBaby. Scratch it up. You know what?
That's all right.
We have a thing when we mess up.
Crier.
When we mess up our words, we take a sip. You got your water?
Oh yeah,
we take sip it up. All right, everybody sip it up. This is to remind ourselves to chill. See, don't we all feel better? Don't you at home feel better? Why don't you got to sit in your PJs, watch us, and take a sip?
Can I say something else about the
Please
whole
do.
returning after COVID? So not only did the 88's experience this, every roller derby team across the world experienced this as well. And we're a very tight-knit community. We skaters know skaters everywhere,
Right.
because it's such a niche sport, and we've either crossed paths or they're derby famous and we want to be like them, so we follow them on YouTube and watch their videos and things. So this was a thing that we felt throughout the derbyverse.
The Derbyverse.
Derbyverse. You're gonna write that down. Write that down.
Y'all got
Derbyverse.
some
So we use that
Derbyverse.
Derbyverse. So in our Derbyverse, we all experience this, and so coming back, and now we're seeing all our other team friends coming back. It's
Like a family reunion.
it is like, and we're just so grateful to be back, and it really reset our perspective. Anyway, so I just wanted to mention, if I could just add a sappy plug to we are so happy to be back.
No,
We are so happy to be back.
Yeah, I think as I mentioned too, it's you ladies are the parades were missed due to the pandemic, so having people come out and then see a great show in downtown, march through, that was missed. And you guys are a part of that, and seeing you ladies zip by and do the
Twirls and
you're doing the twirls as the kids are watching.
And we're handing out candy.
It's a great thing. Yep. I was operating the camera because you guys were at the Pride Parade.
Yeah.
I was operating the camera, and somebody zipped over with, I think y'all had lollipops or something like that. Somebody gave me something.
That's so nice.
I just take anything at a parade, like
Right.
Me too.
Okay, Monica, can you take me to a commercial? Take me to a commercial. Good morning, Aurora. Casildo, good morning. Ellen Brady is here. Good morning, Ellen Brady. Maria Chorito, happy Friday to you as well. Happy Mexican Independence Day for all our friends as well. Valeria, good morning. Dora Sanchez Soto. She's a proprietor of McCarty Mills.
That's right.
We were talking about McCarty Mills as we walked in here.
Yeah.
Hell of a conversation to be having about beer at 7:51, but we do what we can. That's the spice of life right there.
That's a derby girl for
Yep.
you. Yes.
Emily, good morning to you. Get to know Zinloft, located at 6 West Downer Place. Dear friends of our show. Ellen Brady says, hey, Stephanie.
Hey.
And Matt Hansen has a great question. He says, I'm curious about a story behind the 88's team name.
Oh.
I'm curious too. You come back, take me back to the commercial. We'll come to a commercial later. Let's get that on camera right now. How did the name? Is it because we're near the 88?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew
that's
it.
basically it.
I knew it.
And our plug is taking tolls.
Yes.
East and west.
Yep.
We're taking the tolls east and west.
I like that.
Yeah.
Matt Hansen, how you feeling with that? Isn't that cool? East and West taking tolls.
Taking tolls, East and West, Aurora 88's. Do you remember any more history on how we got the name?
I don't. I came after, so yeah, I don't know. I remember when we redid the logo, and I was like, thank God, because as a graphic designer, I was excited about that.
Yeah, that was really nice.
Aurora 88's benefits from your skill, definitely. Like, I could hook them up.
Yeah.
Now. Well, actually, Monica, now I'm ready for the commercial. I'm ready now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we got some great news to tell you guys about, and some great local stuff here. First things first, our community partners and friends of the Community Foundation of Fox River Valley, they need your help in addition to the Dunham Foundation. They're partnering to conduct a community needs assessment. They're grateful for everyone's participation with the recent nonprofit survey. The second phase of this information gathering is a community survey. For the residents of Kane and Kendall County, anyone age 18 and older can take the survey. They're asking for your help to share these information broadly. Possible ways your organization can share the information include social media, websites, newsletters, e-blasts, or emails to clients, staff, friends, and families. Learning more about the landscape of need in the community will help shape the ways that we can provide support. The we being Community Foundation, Fox River Valley, and Dunham Foundation, but you should look at yourself in the same light, right? Okay, motivational plug. That's how we do on the show. It's not, they got roller skating and motivation. Heck yeah, we're on the move. Okay, now we have there is a QR code embedded in this piece of news, but I do have the link. So after the show, we will post this link for you guys to take advantage of. Please fill this out. As you guys know and may have watched, our friends at the Community Foundation have the YEP program, the Youth Engagement in Philanthropy program, and we interviewed a good number of those youngsters. Great to see young people doing, it was really wonderful. All right, get ready for the What Matters event. This will be taking place on September 29th at Bureau Gravity. It appears that it's going to be a nice night of some music and summer photos. So this will be 6 p.m. Thursday, September 29th at 56 South LaSalle Street. For those of you who are like, wait a minute, I know LaSalle Street. Yes, our friends of the Alive Teen Center are approximately 23 feet away from where this will happen at. Addie Rubio, good morning. Okay. See, the cool thing about doing this, you can just plug your friends. And then when she tunes in later on tonight, she'll hear it. Curtis said hi. All right. And then the last piece of news before we get back to this great conversation with these great acronyms like WIFTA is get ready for the Black Fine Art Month kicking off at the David L. Pierce Art and History Center here in Aurora, October 2nd. So this will kick off with a signature Pigment International Salon Talk in partnership with the Aurora Public Art Commission, Aurora Downtown, good morning, Marissa, and the Cottonseed Creative Exchange, Sunday, October 2nd. The brunch event starts at 1 p.m. and will feature Aurora-based artist Dada Soulface, artist Jade Williams, and Yvonne Michelle Tony, owner of the Cottonseed Creative Exchange. There will be a performance by former professional figure skater Ron Allen.
That sounds nice.
Scratch that up, DJ. Now, you know what? This is crazy. It's skating. I didn't even know this is breaking. Wow, that is funny.
It's everywhere.
I'm scared to read the next piece. Like skate events tomorrow. Following the brunch, there will be a live painting event at Cottonseed Creative Exchange featuring artist Isabella Alexia Tony. Sandra Harrison, CEO of DVA Leadership and Development Training Consultants, will MC the event as well. Get on out there for that. This will be a brunch event Sunday, October 2nd, starting at 1 p.m. David L. Pierce Art and History Museum. The time is 8:24 a.m. Whew. Okay, I wanted to see what now. Gloria Gerardo, she gives us a nice message every single day. She says, good morning to you, Aurora. Hope you have a nice day today and weekend to Aviva Mexico. Aurora, have a blessed day today. Amen. Well, thank you very much for that. Ellen Brady says, we had a roller rink in Sandwich back in the day. Sure. It was the place to be. Yeah. That sounds like fun.
I think. Did they tear it down?
Did they?
Yeah, a long time ago, I think. Or maybe they turned it into something else. It's not a rink anymore.
They paid Paradise to put in a parking lot.
Yes. I think I remember what she's talking about.
Yeah. I was thinking about this last night as I was preparing for this interview today. So I want to, this is more of an opinion based thing here.
Okay.
The rollers, the skating rink, skating, family out there skating, that is as typical Americana as you can get.
Yeah.
Is that an accurate statement?
I would say so.
I would say that.
Okay.
Very.
Right? I mean, that's that, like when I close my eyes and I think about it, I mean, that's going back to when the baseball game was on the radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's kind of the beauty of it. And I think that adds to the continuity.
And the rink that we play at has been around since, I think, the 30s.
Yeah, that's what I was
like,
thinking back to. So on Monday nights at that rink, they have the organist come in. I think he's the Blackhawks organist.
Yeah. Okay.
And they do all of those old-fashioned dancing, like the swing waltz on skates, and it's formal. And he plays
I love it.
one song after another. And it's pretty fun
and
cool to see. It's a little bit of an older crowd. They may come in seemingly like, how are they going to actually skate? And it's like Cocoon, and they put their skates on and they come to life, and it's beautiful. And they have a little lesson before.
Yeah. When I first started skating, I was trying to get in all the time I could on the rink. So I went on a Monday night, and I was, by far the youngest person there. And I skated with a guy who was probably in his late 80s, early 90s. And we skated around like maybe 3 or 4 times, like a couple skate. It was so cute. And he was telling me all about how he used to come out when he was a kid, when you couldn't even, there wasn't a road that went to the rink. It was like,
we had to walk 20 miles.
Right, exactly.
And 10 feet of snow.
Yeah.
Barefoot.
It was just great. It really really inspiring. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very inspiring.
So next question I have here is, the Aurora Skate Center is separate from the because that's the bowling alley that's
the
adjacent
bowling alley
to it,
is
right?
Next door. Yeah.
Okay, there's no skating in there.
No.
All right, that's no facilities in there. Now everything that the Aurora 88's has done has taken place at the Aurora Skate Center, right?
I believe so.
Okay, because you mentioned with other teams and everything. So I'm thinking of like, are there traveling events that could be at other places?
Yes.
Or okay,
yeah, definitely. We travel around to other teams and play at their home rink.
Okay,
and then we'll do pop-up events, in different spots too. Promotional pop-up events. We may come on skates and serve, or we may, just various.
We do a lot of community
events and community support. Back when we were playing games at home regularly before COVID, every game would have a nonprofit benefit, and so the whole game we would be raising funds. We may do an event mid-month leading up to the game.
Yeah, every month we had a different charity
yeah.
Mutual Ground is one of we've worked with them a lot.
Right.
A lot of local
Aurora,
shelters, like pet shelters, and
very cool. So who's got the best well, I'm sure you would say we do, but who's got the second best rink? Is there a rink where you're like, yo, this is heaven right here, this is it?
We have a pretty nice rink.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a wooden floor, which is a bonus.
When you're talking to skaters, that means what kind of floor.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. We don't care about
That's why you lean back like, what the hell is he talking about?
No, it's good. Because the first question you ask when you have to go skate somewhere else is, what's the floor like, and what hardness wheels should I be using? Yeah. So we have a very nice floor at Aurora. It's wood, but
sticky. We call it sticky.
Sticky.
Okay.
And there's a few other floors around.
Yeah,
that are
Lombard
really good.
has a really nice floor. But we'll go when we travel places, and they might be on sport court or cement, and so it's like we have to have completely different wheels on. So.
Yeah, that's interesting. I was I learned so much doing this show. I just thought every floor was wood.
No. Funway has I think it's not concrete. But
it's like a coated concrete.
Yeah.
It's like painted with
so it's more slippery as opposed to our floor, which is sticky.
Right. Sticky meaning the grip.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you want just enough slip and grip so you can slide and stop.
Yeah.
Nail your stops.
Yeah.
Right, so you can show off
Yeah.
with
Well,
the girls on
yeah.
the side, like,
Or yeah.
like, oh, he got moves.
But the other thing we look at in floor is you could have a wood floor, but it could have warps on it, or it
Right.
could have pieces missing out,
Right.
or stuff like that. But I would say Aurora's floor is really
love our floor.
nice.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
The time right now is 8:30 a.m. You're listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first news podcast. We are here with the Aurora 88's with the Derbyverse, East and West taking toll. I love everything we're talking about today. Jan Warman, good morning. Marissa Ammonia is here. Good morning, Marissa. Woo. Matt says, I dig it. No cashless tolls on the rink. You pay today.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Our dear friend Tracy Hodges is here. Restoration 1, Fox Valley. What is up? Maria Salted Jerry. Matt says, I see the shirt now, the interstate. Hello, I'll sip it up. That's right. And Ellen, good morning to you guys. Okay.
Yeah,
Right
it's
now
like
we're
a sign.
Yep.
See, it's like a
Highway.
sign.
Yeah.
It's like a highway sign.
Now you created that logo.
No, I did not actually. I'm not sure the name of the person that
I
created
think
it.
Ragnar Rocker, maybe from the Chicago Blues Brothers, created it, but I'm not sure. But
Okay.
he does a really nice job and has done a few of them.
That is a very cool logo. Yeah, absolutely wonderful. All right, Monica, could you please take us to a commercial and give us some local news and headlines to bless these people with on their beautiful Friday morning?
All right, good morning, everyone. Here are your local headlines. Real news, real people, real stories, 100% Aurora. Don't forget to please subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay up to date on all of our content. There you can also watch all of our interviews and receive notifications when we go live. The Village Food Pantry is open at Village Baptist Church to anyone in need. Village Baptist is located at 515 South Frontenac Road. A photo ID is required, and the pantry is open the second and fourth Friday of each month from 9:30 to 11 a.m. Come as early as 8:30 a.m. and enjoy coffee and donuts. Join for Sunday worship as well. For more information, feel free to call 630-851-4120. The Fox Valley United Way is hosting a volunteer fair on Friday, September 16th from 10 a.m. to noon. This will take place at the Presco Center located at 150 West Illinois Avenue in Aurora. Is your organization looking for volunteers? We'll come out and meet some at this fantastic community event. To sign up, visit the link that I'll be sharing in our chat. Also, the Fox Valley Hands of Hope is hosting the Swing for Hope in Mini. Okay, Mini.
Ooh, you did it.
Mini Golf Family Fundraiser on Friday, September 16th. Registration begins at 5 p.m. and activities start at 6 p.m. sharp. Use the code BIGGOLF to get 20% off for ticket prices. Scan the QR code on the flyer for more information.
Monica, thank you very much for that fantastic local news. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. So before we get back to this great conversation, you know what? I'm just going to take it. I'm going to take my kicks now. You know, I want all of you great people to know that when it comes to local news, spotlighting local businesses and supporting our local people, when you hear about it on the show, we encourage you to go out there and do it. If you're able to donate to Mutual Ground or our friends at the Aurora Area Interfaith Food Pantry, Rebecca Dunnigan, good morning, then you should definitely do that. If you can, you got a couple of bucks to hit the link for Aurora Regional Fire Museum, Tracy Duran, Brian Failing, you should do that. You hear about it, take part in it. Just like you're hearing about roller skating right now, if you have any skills whatsoever, you should bring them for Info Night this Sunday. As Metal Mama just told you, an 84-year-old man, wherever, 80s, right?
Late 80s.
Late 80s, pushing 90. If he's out there skating, what's your excuse?
Exactly.
You know? Okay. Maria says, ladies, Roller 88's in the house. So great to see you. CryBaby Wellness. Woot, woot.
Yeah.
I love it. Y'all got Fans.
Fans.
Marissa's here. TGIF Aurora Skate Center is a gym. I spent many evenings there in middle school, early 90s on point. What's their favorite songs to skate? Marissa, I was going there. Hold up. What do you want to do? Do you want to do the How the Game is Played? You want to do the favorite song? Because that was a question I had too.
Favorite songs.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is your favorite song to skate to? And then I want to know what the best skate song is. But what's your favorite song to skate to?
So obviously my name is Metal Mama, and it's because I love heavy metal.
Okay, I do too.
So I have a little, soundtrack that I listen to when we're getting ready for a bout, and it's usually got some Iron Maiden or. Okay, all right. You like it. You like.
Yeah, she's hardcore.
Yeah,
right. So you're skating out there with a vengeance.
Yeah, it gets you pumped up.
Yeah. Iron Maiden, okay.
Yeah.
I'm an Ozzy and a Black Sabbath guy.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, that's I didn't skate to it when I was a kid, but I can see now that would be.
Did you have it in your Walkman?
I did. Yep, I did.
We used to come out like when you start the game, we'll play a song and the teams will be announced, and we would come out to AC/DC. I think Back in Black was one of them, or
good song to come out to. Yeah.
Bodies. Some people come out to Bodies.
Oh yeah,
Bodies hit the floor. Yeah. That one's kind of
Slipknot.
Yeah, I think.
I don't know.
Is that Slipknot or Nickelback or somebody?
Not Nickelback.
Not Nickelback. Yeah.
We'd never do that.
We don't skate to Nickelback.
Scratch that, DJ. That's the wack news. Okay. What's your favorite song to skate to?
Well, I like to skate to all the old jam tunes.
Okay.
Not necessarily for derby, but for just casual skating.
Okay.
And then I guess I don't really have a particular song. Before games, anything upbeat, kind of pumping. Any female empowering tunes, I like those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. I don't want no scrubs. I can't get no love from me.
You know what song I love to skate to is the is like Double Dutchie, or remember that, or
the Double Dutch Bus.
Double Dutch Bus.
Oh yeah,
I love that song.
That is
it's so fun, and you can like swizzle your feet.
That's the one that Missy Elliott remixed. Yes.
Oh,
yeah, the Double Dutch Bus.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah. What's crazy about that song is because the remix is what got popular. And I can't think of the lyrics of it now, but that was made in like 2000s. But the original song is like from like the 70s. Yeah, it's a great song.
Yeah.
So what's the best? This is different now. What's the best skate song? Are you gonna stick with the Double Dutch Bus, or what do you think is the best skate song ever?
Yeah, that's pretty fun to skate to.
Okay.
If you're just skating around the circle, you can do a lot of like R&B moves, which are fun.
Like jam skating.
Jam skating.
Okay.
Is fun.
My favorite song is Bounce Rock Skate by Vaughn Mason and Crew.
I'm going to check it out.
Monica, could you do us the world a favor? Could you?
I want to hear
Could
this
you check it out on YouTube and put the link in the chat for our great listeners? It's called, the group is Vaughn Mason, VAUGHN. As soon as you start typing that in YouTube, it'll probably come up, Bounce Rock Skate.
That sounds fun.
I was listening to that song before I even put on skates.
Okay. Is that the Roll Bounce song?
Bounce Rock Skate. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, they
Roll
Bounce. Roll Bounce was filmed at Linwood Skating Rink, and that's home of IDD, Ileana Derby Dames, which is a friendly roller derby team.
Really?
Yeah. And
we actually practice with them on a regular basis now. So
that's awesome.
So Roll Bounce was filmed there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool, right?
My mom is here. Bounce, roll, skate. That is right. Get the clap for my mom too while you doing that.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Yep. See? She's tuned in. Oh, I love this kind. Sarah Diversey is here. John Schomer.
She's a skater.
Eddie Silva is here as well. Okay. How's the game played?
Okay. So, roller derby, there's obviously the two teams. Each team has on the floor and play 4 blockers and 1 jammer.
Okay.
So, on the track at one time, there's 10 players.
Right.
So, there's a jammer for each team. They start out behind the blockers, on the whistle, the jammers are trying to break through to get past the opposing blockers. That's their whole, that's what they got to do. They score the points. So once they get past those blockers, they have to make an initial lap.
Yeah.
And on that second lap around, every time they pass the opposing blockers, they score a point, and the opposing jammer. So they can get 5 points on every pass.
Interesting.
And each jam, they call it jam, is 2 minutes. So,
Okay.
well, it can be 2 minutes. That's the max amount of time that they'll be out. And then usually another lineup will come back out for the next jam. So
Got it. Okay.
and there's two 30-minute halves,
2 30-minute halves. Yeah.
All right.
which are made up of 2-minute jams.
Made up of 2-minute jams. Okay. At any given time, there's 10 people on the court or the
Yes.
track, 4 blockers and 1 jammer. Who's been the team that's been the nemesis for the Aurora 88's? Who was the?
We love everybody.
I know you do, but I know it's a competitive sport too. So
I don't know. It's hard to say because
who's got some good muscle?
They all do.
yeah,
They all have
everyone
some pretty...
has their own powerhouses, and definitely if we're traveling, we try and look up and see how they play,
Right.
and
what their rankings are.
and
Get
we'll
some tips.
remember. We'll be like, oh yeah, I remember.
Remember that time?
yeah. So it's. I mean, everyone has their strengths. So I wouldn't say that we have a rival really. And when we play, we're having a ton of fun.
Right.
Like I said, we get together with Ileana on a regular basis now, and it's just we like the practice time, but we also like the we get to learn new things every time we're with them, and
Right.
so
What I like about what you ladies do, and the reason why I was able to notice you, the group and the team skating at all these events, all these parades going back to 20 whatever it was before I even met either of you. What I like is the fact that I do like the continuity of roller skating still being relevant and being able to help people. And I like the fact that women or anybody can get together and make a team and get fulfillment out of it.
Right.
Like I see so many people now, they look for things to do, but they're like, oh, well, we should start whether it's a book club or stamp club, whatever it is. I like supporting those kind of things, because if that's what it takes to motivate people, and right, the week was terrible, I'm going to work it off on my skates for 2 hours. Like that, the world needs more of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
the world needs more. So, and I noticed that when COVID came, a lot of people weren't able to do that. For you, was the
Right.
2 hours of skating. For some people, it's going to the library, taking a walk, walking the dog, and we couldn't do that. So the question I have for you is, on a slightly personal level, we know we couldn't skate and get together. What was COVID like, not being able to take part in this? Not the mechanics of it all, or when will we meet, what day, and mitigation. All that. I'm talking about on the human level. What was that like?
It was hard. I think personally for me, I found other things to focus on.
Sure.
But also I started weight training.
Okay.
I had a friend that I was, we were close enough to that we would get together, and so I did a lot of weight training while I wasn't playing roller derby.
Okay.
You kind of just shift your focus.
Right.
And
I think that's common with a lot of derby skaters, and that's in part why we're seeing teams slowly coming back together, where we may have had a lot of veteran skaters that at one time that were maybe vying for roster spots. When we came back from COVID, we're rebuilding again because a lot of people found other activities to do and things like that, and found them very fulfilling. So I know for me, we started to do more things at home because we had to.
yeah.
Right.
And then we also bought a house and moved and stuff.
Same
So
here.
yeah, so a lot of people bought homes too and moved. But one of the most standout things for me in being a part of roller derby, I found roller derby at 39, and I'll be 51 next month. So one of the standout things is I had my life where I went to work in my business community, and I had my children and their sporting or their activities and those parents. But connecting into roller derby gave me an opportunity to meet women and men, but from all different backgrounds, education levels, economic, everything. And so none of that matters on the track. You get on the track and it's, can you skate, bro?
Right.
Can you skate?
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you, work at a convenience store or you work as a lawyer downtown or whatever it is. None of that matters. And that's what I love, because it's a very nice equalizer.
Right.
We're all the same.
Yep.
And it has exposed me to cultures, to various gender expressions, and everything that my little suburban focused life would never have.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely.
And these are friendships. And I could cry. I cry very easily because it's just a thing. It's a schism. But I could cry right now about talking about how valuable these friendships are to me. For 11 years now, and there's it's not replaceable. So
Yeah.
COVID really took that from me, I felt. So when we came back, I really felt like it was my time to give back to what roller derby has given to me all these years.
Yeah. Our mutual friend, Lindsay Hartman, and that's, again, I woke up with vigor to do this episode today because I was like, and I met Lindsay talking about AID, something completely different, right?
Yeah.
But to your point about being an equalizer, she is with you guys doing the roller skate, and I like that. I like seeing where people's where their heart lies, kind of, right? Where their heart and soul is. A person could be doing anything with 2 hours of their day, but to be with other folks from different backgrounds, to skate and have fun is, is kind of a testament to who they are as a person. I think that's really positive and powerful. The time is 8:47. Okay. Whew.
You want to talk about penalties? That's fun.
Let's talk. Y'all want to talk about penalties?
Penalties are
We can talk about penalties. We need some bad boys music or something. We need a yeah, right? Or like a jail bar sound. All right, what are the penalties? Josue Pais, good morning. Get to know Harry B. Stock Parlor. What are the penalties?
So we have hitting zones that we can hit on someone, and then we have zones on our body that we can hit with. So I'll talk about what we can hit with. We can hit with our bodies, shoulders, side meat, hips. It stops at about right here, depending on the ref. Don't let them see you throw an elbow, even if you're not right.
Out.
So you can you can block to about here, and then right about mid thigh or right above your knee. You really can't hit or be hit with
Below the knee.
below the knee or
Okay.
the
Or the
knee,
knee,
or below. And then there's a matter of back blocking. So when you hit someone, you can't hit them square on their back. And likewise, you can't hit them ear down, you can't hit their head,
right.
but you can hit their whole front. And then right about mid-shoulder down, if they just drew a line down
Right.
on the sides.
Okay.
So no square on spine, no square on your butt,
Okay.
only the hips,
Got it.
shoulders, side meat. Side meat's real nice. We're working on that because
Okay.
it's tender.
Right.
So you can get in there and just
Yeah.
kind of clip them.
It's like you
With
can
the
even get
side
a little
meat.
bit of air, like, ah!
Boom! And then you're like, "Doh, my
Yeah.
Knock
side
'em
meat,
back, yeah.
Got
Side
my chicken
meat.
wing."
I like
So
that.
that's
Side meat.
blocking as far as penalties
Yeah.
you could get, but then there's all kinds of other penalties.
Yeah.
Like
What are
track
the
cutting if you
Oh,
go
right.
out of bounds or
track cutting? What's that?
Go ahead. You're the ref.
Oh my gosh, I am.
Oh, you are the ref.
No,
Has been a
I'm
ref.
not. I
Okay.
jump
Has
in.
been.
I jump
Oh, okay.
in. I jump into ref sometimes, but I'm not great at it. I can count points, and then I apologize when I messed up. But track cutting is where you might gain gain an advantage by stepping out of off the track and back on again. So if you get hit out
I see.
and you jump in front of someone else, that would be a track cut.
Right. Okay. So if you're losing your balance and you're about to fall over, but you decide to get that 1 foot out, regain yourself, and then jump back in, that would be track
Or
cutting.
if you get hit out, the person that hits you out, you have to come in behind them.
To yield
If you
to
jumped
them.
right back in front of them, that would be considered a track cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And other ones include pack definition. You have to stay as a pack. We can't string our 10 skaters along the whole track. They have to be within a certain proximity to each other. Otherwise, it's just, a bunch of people on the standing on the track. So we all have to kind of be together. So there's a pack definition, maybe penalties, false starts. Those are kind of minor.
Yeah.
A false start.
Yeah, but basically the refs are there to make sure that we're safe.
Yes.
Right.
It's not like it was in the 70s and 80s. We're not grabbing hair as much as they may want to. We have a helmet on. It's hard to grab your hair when you have a helmet on.
Yeah.
But you can't elbow.
Right.
You can't
just flat out, push someone with your hands. Like,
Right.
That's a no-no. Yeah.
Totally bad.
grab them and move them out of the way.
No suplexes or.
Right. Okay. And Josue says, "Dang, you guys going home all bruised up."
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
come see
that's
us.
an honor. Like the next practice, we'll be like, "Oh, look at this one," or like,
Yeah.
"Oh, yeah, look at this one."
Or we'll take a picture of it and share it in our group.
Yes,
Oh, look
look
at
at
my big thigh bruise. And
Yep.
we'll draw on Sharpies. We'll draw like a little happy face on there.
Oh yeah.
Dedicated.
Yeah.
The veterans.
The veterans.
Okay, so it is 8:51. Wow, time goes by so
This is so
fast
fun.
doing this.
Yeah.
Doing this. So now, do you ladies have regular meetings?
Yeah, we do have league meetings. We used to have them once a month, I believe, but now it's a little more sporadic.
Okay.
We have a board. We do have regular meetings. They have regular meetings. We used to have committees. Not so much right now because we're kind of in a rebuild. But
Right. Okay. And how many members of the 88's total are there?
Oh,
currently, I would say somewhere in the
maybe 20 to 30.
Yeah.
Okay.
That includes refs.
Yeah.
That includes
Volunteers
new
or-
skaters that maybe aren't contact cleared yet. Volunteers, officials.
Okay. All right. Very cool. Very cool. The time is 8:52. You know what? Here's what we'll do. I'll get it. Here's what I'll do. I'll get it out the way now, and then we'll spend the last few minutes with the good stuff. Monica, can you take me to a commercial, please? Johnny Felix, Good Morning Aurora, interesting show. Why, thank you very much, dear brother. Johnny Felix is a talented author by the moniker Talento Creations.
Oh, that's his derby name then.
Yep.
And you're Mr. C.
Yep.
That's right. Yeah, Mr. C on the skates.
Mr. C on the skates.
Heck yeah. I need my. Do you have your own theme
Roll
song? I need my own theme song.
We have a song that we kind of chant at the end of practice sometimes, but I can't remember it.
Oh.
So please don't ask us to do that.
Oh, I wanted to hear the chant. They wanted to hear the
I'm
chant.
Record it for you.
There you
You
go.
know it? Oh, do you know it?
I might. I have to think about it. Do your thing.
Okay, all right. So get ready, you guys. Aurora downtown once again is going to be turning, excuse me, the downtown into Sugar Skull City from October 15th to November 6th to coincide with Day of the Dead events. First Fridays on November 4th. Aurora downtown, which is new this year, will host Sugar Skull City themed art and market from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Society 57. Saturday, November 5th, started in 2020 by the downtown group. Sugar Skull City will feature dozens of participating businesses, a scavenger hunt, and activities for all ages while honoring a cultural and local tradition. New this year, artists of all skill levels are invited to submit a 12 by 18-inch work depicting pan de muerto, a traditional Mexican sweetbread used to celebrate Day of the Dead. Interesting. Doesn't that sound spooky? You're eating the bread, it's got cobwebs in it. Like, is this cheese? No, it's not.
No, it's spooky.
Yeah, right? Dun, dun, dun. Now, this is going to be, once again, from October 15th to November 6th. And since we have Aurora Fast Print in the house, listen to this. Where did it go? You're in here. Where is it? Oh yeah, once your artwork is completed, send a PDF to info@Aurora Downtown Group or drop the artwork off to Aurora Fast Print along with your name, title, city, and contact info no later than October 1st. Originals can be picked up the week of October 17th. Must be arranged with Aurora Fast Print as well. A 2D artwork, pan de muerto, in the style and media of your choice. 12 by 18 inches. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. The time is 8:54. Did we forget anything? Did we forget anything? What did we? I
just want people to know that whatever skill level you're at, if this is something that interests you, come out on Sunday because it's going to be fun. You're going to watch some derby. You're going to meet some new people, and you're probably going to get addicted. If this floats your boat, you're going to be in.
Okay, you'll love it. You'll love it. Okay.
Yeah.
How could you not love being on skates, hanging with your peeps, and having a good time?
Yes.
Okay, so the last little bit, you guys know this weekend, good things are going on this weekend. We got Fiestas Patrias happening Saturday and Sunday. The Neighbor Project has Starry Night taking place Saturday, tomorrow. It's going to be at the venue, and it's going to be a really good time. Food, entertainment, and lots of great stuff. And Sunday is the scrimmage and info night. That's it. And that's going to be at the Aurora Skate Center, 8 p.m.
Just come on in and sit down.
Where were you born and raised?
Joliet.
Joliet.
Yeah.
And what about you?
I'm from Kansas.
Kansas?
Yeah. I moved up here in 99.
Okay.
So.
What part of Kansas?
Right on the border of Oklahoma and Kansas, Coffeyville.
Coffeyville.
Southeast Kansas.
Coffeyville. I like that town.
I do too.
Sounds
Can we get a refill where you go?
Yeah.
I'm just passing through, man. Coffeyville, Kansas.
Yep,
interesting. Right. Learn a lot of things doing the news. Well, I'm going to take the last few minutes just to say goodbye to all these great people. Blessed weekend to all. Enjoy the weather. Look out for each other. Happy Mexican Independence Day. I hope that all of you great people have a fantastic rest of this weekend. Enjoy all the great stuff going on. Monday, Talento Creations and Johnny Felix will be back on the show, but we got a lot of stuff to talk about on Monday, a lot of news, and I just want to leave on the point that we talked about the city having a new vibrancy, a new life, and it appears that we may have shed all the negative connotations once associated with Aurora, from the miscellaneous stuff to the really bad things. I'm happy that Aurora 88's, Aurora Downtown, Riley, Angeles, Zenloft, all of you great people are contributing to a fantastic city that we have here. So absolutely. Support Aurora 88's and support all the great stuff that you hear about here on Good Morning Aurora. Monica, did we forget anything? I don't think so either. I think we did too. Do you remember the chant? Can we leave with the chant?
Yeah,
all right.
Get
ready.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Watch out, because here we come. We're 88's. We're number one. 88
problems.
88
problems. Taking our tolls from east to west. Something else, and we're the best. Yay!
Yay!
I had it in my head.
You did? Oh, yeah. You want to keep it?
Fountain in our house got nowhere to run. We got 88 problems, and our skates ain't one. 88
problems.
88
problems.
Take care of yourself and each other. Oh, they love that.
Yeah.
88 problems and our skates